Hail Manosphere, how is everybody doing? This is Danny, your host. Hello. For a moment, I just want to give a moment of silence, as today is 9/11, and it is the anniversary of one of the worst events in American history. So, if you can, please remember all those whose lives were impacted, who lost their lives during the attack, and who lost their lives in the service of trying to save as many people as possible. So please, just for one moment, let us, do whatever, pray to whoever God you pray to, or just a moment of silence. All right, I think that's good. This video won't be about 9/11, but it is 9/11. So for a little bit, I would like to talk about what I felt on that day. I was in middle school, I believe, back then, and I remember it was just a normal day. I walked into school, and there was TVs. I think I was walking between, I can't remember what time in the morning it happened, but at some point in school, I started walking, and all of a sudden the teachers were all crying. And they had shock on their face. There was TVs placed all over the place in a lunchroom. And I walked up and I watched. And I saw the planes hit. And I saw the thing, and I felt it in my soul. As a Christian, I believe that there are spiritual gifts people are given. One of mine is I can feel others' pain to a point. And on that day, all I felt was the panic, the fear, the loss. I don't know anyone personally who died in 9/11, but it was just overwhelming. And on that day, I swore that I would help serve. And when I graduated high school in 2006, so when I graduated high school, I signed up. It was many years later, but I signed up. I joined the Marine Corps. I went and I fought, and I served in Iraq and Afghanistan with some of the greatest men I could ever serve with. But yeah, it was a terrible time. Our nation woke up for a moment. That was also one of the most prideful times of my life was from after 9/11 too, because I really saw Americans come together. Police, firefighters, ambulance workers, everybody was serving their purpose, trying to bring our country back from one of the worst disasters imaginable. 3,000 innocent lives were taken because of cowards. These people are innocent. They did nothing wrong. They went to work. They had kids. They had brothers. They had sisters. They had mothers. They had daughters. They were just normal people going to jobs. They had no idea their life would be shattered. They would be jumping from buildings, trying to escape the flames. No idea. And in that respect, we must remember that our lives aren't always perfect. We can't expect our lives every day we go to work, every day we get up, it's going to be exactly the same as yesterday. We have to be prepared for something like that to happen. It's just part of reality now. There are people out there who are truly evil. A country fighting a country, an army fighting an army is one thing. But to attack civilian targets who have nothing to do with anything is absolutely evil. These people had they weren't evil people. They were just people going to work. That was it. They were business people. They were business women. They were kids. It was a truly horrible day. And I hope we never have another event like that ever again. I hope Americans can finally bring themselves out of this shitty fucking place we're in with these domestic terrorists are burning down cities. It's ridiculous. We've had enough of this. Go home. Go back to work. Live your lives. Stop destroying other people's lives because you think your life has more importance than somebody else's. It doesn't. You're no better than your neighbor, and your neighbor's no better than you. All this BLM and Antifa and all this crap, we need to end it. We need to step down on them hard as a country. Not just the government, but us as people. We need to say enough. Every time they come up, we crush them down. We say, no, not here. Not in our town, not in our communities. Get out. We don't want you here. We do not want your violence. We do not want your propaganda. We don't want your whatever fucking craziness you want. We just want to live our lives, go to work, try to pay our bills, take care of our kids. That's all we want. That's what most Americans want. We just want to live our lives. And unfortunately, people have to come in and fuck with our shit. Burn down businesses that people have worked for 30, 40 years to gain for no other reason because they're mad. They're a little angry because they saw something on TV. Because the media, fucking media. Media starts this shit. This is your fault. Mainstream media, this is all your fault. All the businesses have been destroyed. All the towns have been burned down. All the deaths. All the cops have been killed. Yeah, there are dirty cops. I'll give you that. But there's a lot of shitty gangsters who've been murdering people. There's really shitty fucking people out there who are taking advantage of a little of people's emotions and killing and murdering. They're murdering just children. Just because. They think they can get away with it right now. They're looting, they're stealing, they're burning, they're destroying. That's not what our country was. After 9/11, our country came together like never before I've ever seen. And we took care of each other. Whole neighbors. You know, where I live, I don't dox myself, but I live in a great state of Missouri. In Joplin. I know. Some people don't like to tell where they live, but you know what? I live in Joplin, Missouri. Back in 2011, we had the worst tornado imaginable. It came out of nowhere in E5 and wrecked our city. Just went straight down, obliterated half the city, if not more. People's lives were in absolute chaos. You know what happened? We came together. Our entire communities came together, even other communities that were nearby, other towns, other cities, other states, came together and helped this town rebuild. You know, the whole high school was wiped out. The high school that I went to was absolutely destroyed. It's a completely new building now. They've had, you know, should not need a disaster like this to bring us together. Enough is enough. Stop with the riots. Stop with the looting. Stop with the burning. Just go home. If you have a problem with your neighborhood, leave. Yeah, sometimes it's harder than I get it. You know, I want to own my own home, and I'm having such a hard time getting approvals to get a home. It's absolutely true. I just can't afford it right now, and we want to because we have a big family. Another one coming on the way, and you know, I have 4 kids already. The 5th one's coming. And we would need a bigger house. I have a 3-bedroom house with 5. Well, yeah. We already have 4 kids, so it's 4, 5, 6. We have 6 family right now. We're going to have 7. 7 family living in a 3-bedroom house. It's hard. I get it. But that's my situation. That's my fault. We are working our butts off. My wife's working her butt off so that we can improve our lives. That's what happens. You have to improve your life. You have to work. You have to struggle. I'm starting this channel to help me. I'm writing my book because not just because I want the money. It's because I want to create something new for the fandom and support my family. And if I can do it, I'm great. My wife's going to become a nurse. And then a doctor eventually. That's what her plan is. So she's got a lot more school to go. This video wasn't about that, though. Actually, it was supposed to be about Star Wars, but I got involved in this. So, with that being said, let's move on to another topic. This will be a little longer video, and I'm sorry for that. I should just stop it here, but, you know, it's alright. I just want to talk about the whole situation with Daisy, in Star Wars theory, and Daisy Ridley, and what she said about Star Wars, and John Boyega coming out against them, and there's his treatment. I have no problem with the actors and actresses almost of any movie, unless they come out and spouting and attacking the fandom. The only time I'll have problems with them. Yes, there's some actors I like and some I don't. And sometimes there's actors I love, and they say something, it's like, oh man, will you stop talking? Because the more you open your mouth, the more I realize how absolutely idiotic you are. But yes, so what do I think about Daisy Ridley coming out about the whole thing? Of course, I didn't have my channel that long, so I can't claim that I was the one spouting out. Of course, I knew it the whole time. I knew it because I followed channels, The Phantom Menace, since The Last Jedi, or actually right before. It was about halfway between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi getting released. About a year before that is when I started getting to know Gary from Nerdrotic. I started following Doomcock. I started following Geeks and Gamers and all those guys. Star Wars was a big part of my childhood, so watching it go down in flames was horrifying. And at first I didn't know how bad it was going to get. And it wasn't just the movies that were the problem, it was the people in charge. The Kathleen Kennedys, all the people in Lucasfilm who went after fans for not liking their movie, especially the Rian Johnson, who literally attacked. He made it okay to bully fans online because they dared to question his choices. I love the EU. I do. I love the books. Jaina, Jason, all of those characters were such great characters, and it was so disappointing to me when my kids, I thought when I was walking into The Force Awakens, that I was getting to see their faces when they get to see those characters that I've read about come to life on the screen. And then I could talk with them about it. I could explain the differences from the books. Maybe they want to pick up the books then and read the EU books. I was super excited. And then I found out they trashed the entire EU. And at first, I will admit it, Force Awakens wasn't horrible. I walked out confused because I didn't understand why Jaina and Jason and all the characters weren't used. I just couldn't understand it. Like, what happened? Why is these not the characters that we wanted? I don't get it. And then I started finding the Phantom Menace. I started researching, finding out that they threw away the EU because they wanted to do their own thing. And at first I was like, okay, they can make this great, or they can fuck this up. That's really what I've thought after watching The Force Awakens. I said, okay, if they take this in the right direction, if Finn and Rey become Jedis, if they meet Luke, Luke starts to train them. You could use Luke like Obi-Wan, like he was in the originals, kind of like the mentor who would come in and give advice like Yoda did in the prequels. Come in like once or twice, show a badass battle, and that's it. And have him maybe die, I don't know, or retire to become the Grandmaster or whatever, and allow his students to become the next generation of Star Wars. Unfortunately, we got horrible writers who have no idea what it's like to build a character from scratch, how to put them through literally the craziest shit you can ever imagine, so they can build their characters. They can have Rey fail once in a while, but she doesn't fail. They kind of claim she does, she doesn't. Everything she does is over the top, unbelievable, can't relate with her. John Boyega was the one, his character Finn was the one that people kind of could have done, could feel about. And then he just became the guy who chases after the lady for ridiculous. There's no reason. Like, the whole movie doesn't explain why he's constantly just screaming Rey. It's kind of sad, really. It's almost pathetic. It's like that weird kid in high school who likes the really popular girl who, no matter, she beats him with her foot or something, treats him like crap, stomps on him, but he will always chase after her because he's like a puppy. It's kind of pathetic. They had potential if they would just got good writers. KK didn't put her fucking politics into it. If they just allowed a story to be written, it could have been fine, but they didn't. They allowed politics, and we've been saying it for years. And then they went after us, the fans. They couldn't accept that they failed to make a character, to take a franchise like Star Wars and make it better or great. They had to destroy everything it was so they could build something new again. I don't know what they're thinking. But they did. They just completely ruined Star Wars. And I do feel bad for people like Star Wars Theory. I used to follow him. I used to. After his Vader film came out, I really liked his stuff. But then he slowly, I could see it when I watched his videos, that he was like us. He was just did not like what was happening, but he would not say it. He would not come out against Disney. He would not come out against Lucasfilm. He was constantly towing their line, stay in their good graces. I can't stand that stuff. On YouTube, it's the only way. Yes, he's got millions of subs. So me, who says 76 subs, how dare I comment about someone who's got millions? Dude, no matter how many subs I have, how many they have, YouTube is all about reality, being your true self, giving your opinion, trying to be out, trying to be honest with people. This is why people come to YouTube. And they stop going to mainstream medias. They stop going to all these things because they don't want the fakeness, the mainstream medias, where they just lie to your face. They want honest people. That's why Brie Larson, she got millions of subs, but her things are like downgrading. You know why? She's not being her true self. She's being an actor and trying to put on an act, and it's not working. People see right through that bullshit. I would never lie to you guys. I am trying to be as honest in my opinions. Absolutely. I will never ever say I like something if I didn't like something, or I didn't like something if I did. I don't. We try to be honest here. We respect our fans. We respect people. You may not agree with me. You may like the Star Wars where it's going. It's hard for me to accept that any real Star Wars fan likes this. People who don't hate Star Wars already like the, I don't know. But that's your choice. You can like bad things. I like bad things. There was a time where I loved Aragon, the movie, and then I read the book and I realized how horrible that movie was. It was a decent movie. It was just not very good. Even now I watch it, I'm like, you know what? That was not a good movie. And it was nowhere close to the book. No wonder the author made sure they could not make another movie. Oh man, that was horrible. Ugh. But anyways, I'll have fans. When my book comes out, I'll have fans, I'll have critics. That's what I love. I love real honest critics, not the fucking fake ones. Give me an honest critic who could read my book. I have people who are reviewing the first 3 chapters who are giving me advice already. And I'm not offended by it. They think I would get offended, but I'm not. I don't get offended that easily. And some things will get on my nerves. I kind of got offended when in Star Wars: The Next Generation when Kirk called the Marine Corps uniform a costume, because the Marine Corps our costumes are I'm sorry, a costume. By him, it's a costume. But to our uniform, it is something that people have given everything for. Friends have been buried in. Especially the blues. Thank God it wasn't wearing our blues. You make fun of our blues, ooh, you can get a beat down. Especially when you wear that stupid jumpsuit. So one thing about Star Trek I don't like is the uniform. I'm sorry, just as like one piece, like slim, I don't know. It's not my pick. I would have picked more of a uniform. But hey, whatever. I could handle it. I think some of them are alright. Some are kind of. But anyways, other than that, not much going on. I know John Boyega might be taking advantage of the situation when he's attacking Lucas. I don't know. I know Daisy literally is having trouble finding work after Star Wars. I'm sorry about that. I think she could be a great actress. She's just new. She needs to be polished more. She needs time to work. And I think she needs a good script. One of her character isn't the worst character alive. Brie Larson can surprise you. I think Brie Larson is a terrible actress, but in some movies, she can do a decent job. Like Skull Island. I thought she was actually decent in that movie. What happened after that? I don't know. I think she allowed herself to get into this identity politics crap, and she wanted to be the strong, fake strong woman. And she keeps getting portrayed as that over and over and over again. She keeps wanting parts where she's the overpowered, no problem lady. And there are men too. There are guys out there who get parts where they're like superly overpowered. You can't identify with them and it just falls flat. And both, you need good writers who can understand character development, understand how the story progresses, and how to do that kind of thing. Well, other than that, the last thing I want to talk about, I might make a separate video. This is the whole Mulan thing, where Disney had thanked ports of China, which are extremely horrible with human rights, from concentration camps to, re-education camps, stuff like that. China is not a friend to any of us. I don't mind the Chinese people. I don't mind them. The government, though, it has a problem. Our government has problems. I don't like a lot of our government officials. But there's a point when your government just goes way too far. And the Hong Kong situation that sucks. To think that they had freedom and they had all this, not freedom, but they had decent amount of democracy. And they got their own rights and all this stuff, and then China gets them back and it's all gone. And they're terrified. It'd be like if parts of America also became Chinese. Somehow China took over half our country or something. All those people wouldn't have the rights anymore. We couldn't make videos like this. We couldn't have freedom of speech. We couldn't speak our minds or talk to each other like we used to. Nowadays it's called violence to speak your mind, but whatever. They couldn't rebel against the police like BLM. Do you think BLM was going to be alive in China? I don't think so. These people don't get that. They think our country is so bad, but they wear literal communist propaganda, like Chinese communism, Russia communism. They want that. And they have no idea what they're doing. These people have no idea how bad it'll get if that happens. They think this whole, they don't like the police, they can defund the police. If our government became something like China, the police could shoot you in the face, laugh, you could videotape it, you could shoot you for videotaping it, and laugh again. And nothing would happen to them. Why? Because the government owns you. You are theirs. Everything in the state, the only TV show you can see is how great their country is. Constant propaganda of how the rest of the world is evil, we're the only good ones. We are the extreme, the whatever, kind of like a Nazism where, white certain people are above other people. Americans are above other people. I don't believe we're above other people. I do believe we have our own laws and our rights, and I think other countries need to start following those laws. As people come over or try to come over, they need to obey our laws, as I would obey their laws going into their country. If I was going to go into Mexico or any other country, I would follow the proper laws. It's all I want from them. I don't want people to sneak across. I don't want people to break our laws. Just respect our laws. Respect those who have to enforce the laws. Because sometimes the cop has no choice. You know that, right? Sometimes when the laws are broken, even if the cop does not like it, he still has to fulfill his duty, and that is uphold the law. And the people who make the laws are the people you need to maybe look into. I'm just saying, if you don't like a law, if you don't like enforceable laws, maybe you need to change the people in charge who are making the laws. But you're not. Not really. You're making it worse, because the people you're putting in charge only give a shit about themselves. Just saying. But anyways, I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, but good to each other. I know I kind of put 3 subjects in the one movie or one video, and it's a little long, but I hope you stay to the end. If you have and you haven't subscribed, please do. Please like and share. Follow me on Twitter. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, check out my Teespring. It'll be in the discussion tab of my YouTube channel. Also, you'll find, I think I'm pretty sure I put a link to my 3 chapters at geeksandgamers.com, to my book. Just let me know if you want to talk. You leave a comment there, comment here. I check all my comments. I try to. But thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. Thank you just for being you. Thank you to the fandom. We will stand together, rise together. We will defend each other, and all we want is good entertainment, good escapism. All right, everyone, enjoy. You have a nice day.